real-time payments, on-demand liquidity, distributed ledger technology. And is it ironic that everything is happening during a systematic bank collapse of the old financial system? And that massive national banks are going to be able to bail themselves out above and beyond the FDIC insurance? What about these small regional banks? What I believe is going to happen, it's just my personal opinion, there's going to be a massive monopolization of smaller banks based on the larger banks already having the access to distributed ledger technology and blockchain technology and having the funds and the ability and the teams and the resources to move into this new monetary system.
So for those of you who've been under a rock, boatloads of banks have been failing left and right over the last few weeks. Way before Silicon Valley Bank went under, there were smaller banks failing all over the place. Now there's many different reasons for these bank failures, but what nobody's paying attention to is the actual rollout of what's called the FedNow app and its relationship to those bank failures. You see, most of these banks that are failing at this particular point in time have been working with developing their own digital currencies, just like the federal government. So for those of you who don't know what the FedNow app is, don't worry. As usual, I got you. Come on. So FedNow is a new real-time payment system that was developed by the Federal Reserve of the United States. The whole purpose of this new system is to take over facilitating payments between individuals, businesses, and other entities. No more Venmo, no more Cash App, no more Zelle, no more them not knowing what you're doing. The federal government will actually have direct access to not your bank account, but every single transaction that you process. And they're going to be deploying this system to allow third-party vendors access to collecting these payments on behalf of the Federal Reserve.
This just in, Nigeria caps ATM cash withdrawals at $45 daily to push digital payments. They want to be able to surveil transactions and push the adoption of the e-Naira CBDC, which means restricting cash. Lynn Alden goes on to explain that the problem, of course, with a fully digital and custodial payments world is that people lose all privacy and can have their funds frozen for any number of reasons. A cashless world enables greater levels of authoritarianism. Lynn Alden goes on to reference a Cointelegraph article that reports Iran may be using bank account freezes on women who don't wear a hijab. Iran's plan to freeze bank accounts reinforces the need for decentralized currencies to exist in tandem with cash and CBDCs. To understand Bitcoin is to understand what issues people are facing globally with central banks, and to know that Bitcoin fixes it. Drop your thoughts in the comments and follow me for more on Bitcoin and CBDCs.
I was just crazy now. I beg, what is this? What is this? When I don't feel no. But if you move closer now, you go see that money. How will they suffer for Nigeria? See, they grind money, then grind money. See, all this one are money, then grind down. See, now money be this. And you know won't come. Then grind money, see money. See money, then grind money. See, all this one are money. See, then grind money. They come. See, Nigeria people.
From the very first day of the transition period from the consumer format to the creative society, each and every person will receive an unconditional basic income of at least $10,000 per month. Yes, you heard that right. $10,000 per month. Plus, all debts will be completely canceled. That's right. All debts will be canceled. And that's not all. There will be no more taxes for individuals or small and medium-sized businesses. Then we will have free education, free health care, and there will be no utility bills. Later on, if you need it, you will be provided at least 650 square feet of housing per person for free and as your private property.
Can you imagine yourself paying for things with the wave of your hand? European company M.O.T.B is selling what it says is the world's first entirely safe implant in your hand that can be used for contactless payments. The implant retails for about $215 US. About the size of a grain of rice, it uses near-field communication, or NFC, to transmit payment information. That's the same technology that allows you to make contactless payments using a smartphone. According to M.O.T.B, the tiny microchip and antenna are encased in naturally sourced material and do not require any kind of battery. But even if the implant is medically safe, it raises important questions about privacy, security, and trackability. This is just the beginning of where so-called biohacking will go in the near future. Are you ready for microchip implants to augment yourself?
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. I want to give the glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Haracha'a Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do this video. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth in sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. It's the brother Zion Amawan coming at you with another lesson. To feed the lambs through the Holy Spirit. Haracha'a Kodash, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the point. And in this lesson, we are going to get into this cashless society. Alright? Okay? There's a lot going on with this cashless society. There's a lot going on with this CBDC. There's a lot going on with this great reset. And we are, in fact, in the transitional period of a great reset. Okay? Where the Fed is going to end this current monetary system, okay, and transliterate it into a new monetary system of a digital cashless society. Okay, and when you speak prophecy, okay, this is the time that the M.O.T.B to the B. Alright, if you don't know what that is, you're in Iraq. But the M.O.T.B to the B is going to be implemented in this time. Okay? That's why the scriptures say you have to measure out the time diligently within itself. You understand? Okay, so we are in fact in the time period of prophecy of the M.O.T to the B. Alright? Which is that dang of that last clip that you just seen. Alright, and you got Bishop Nate from IUIC. His breakdown of the mark is horrible. You can tell he a paid Negro. You can tell he was hired by the elites. Okay? Because that M.A.R.K. is in fact physical. You got two different marks. You have one that's spiritual and you have one that's physical. That spiritual mark, okay, in the Hebrew is Dawa, which means exemption of judgment. Okay, you are being exempt from judgment. And Lord willing, we got that Dawa. Lord willing, you got that Dawa. Okay, to where you will be preserved. Okay, alright, and you don't have to partake or live out or, you know, get judged by these set perils. Okay, and peril means imminent danger. And you have that dang, and that is the mark that we're talking about. Okay, alright, and you can in fact get hit with a missile. Alright, if you decide to take this thing, there is a consequence that you have to that you know you are going to partake in if you in fact take this thing or this M.A.R.K. man. Alright, so let's go back to Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? Alright? So as you can see, you've seen some of that M.A.R. to the K. Alright? Okay? You got the, you know, you already seen what it is. I can't really say the names because algorithms, you know what I'm saying, I pick it up and I get another strike. So let's just get M.A.R. to the K. Alright. Let's into the Greek.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Alright. Charagma. Can't pronounce charagma. It's charagma. Alright. Which is a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses of idolatrous images, thin carved sculpture, graven work. Okay, and in the Strong's definitions, it say as a badge of servitude. You hear that? So if you take this M.A.R. to the K, which is physical, this is not a spiritual M.A.R.K. Okay, the M.O. to the T to the B is in fact physical. And if you decide to take this M.A.R. to the K, that means the Lord wanted you to take it, first and foremost. But also, it is showing you that your badge of servitude is with this system. It's with this B system. It's with Esau Edom, which is the self-proclaimed white man. Okay? You are showing the Lord that your allegiance, okay, is with this system. It's with this man, Esau. All right, which is the self-proclaimed white man under his rulership in his society. Okay, and you will be showing the Lord that, man. And there is a deep consequence, okay, when you take this charagma, man. Okay, and it ain't gonna be nothing nice for you, man. It's gonna be something very horrible. You understand? All right, it's gonna be something very traumatic for you. Okay, all right, it's gonna hurt. I'll just go ahead and put it that way, in lack of better words. It's gonna hurt. You got an ICBM missile with your fucking name on it. All right, bullets don't got names on it, but ICBM missiles do, man. All right, let's get the root word.
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
All right, you got charax or charax. All right, and that is from charasso, sharpened to a point. A pale or stake, a palisade. Pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. Strong's definitions. To sharpen to a point through the idea of scratching. A stake. Okay? A stake. If you ever put a tent together, you have a palisade or a stake to drive into the ground to keep that tent up, right? But this stake, this palisade, okay, sharpened to a point, is referring to a needle, okay, that they are going to load up the palisade with. Okay, and this charagma is the size of a grain of rice, so it's just big enough to fit through this palisade or stake. But it is a surgical needle. Okay, it ain't gonna be a bunch of fucking surgeries. It's gonna be a needle, some gauze, and a band-aid. That's all it's gonna be. That's all it's gonna be. They gonna take out, they gonna peel back that motherfucker. You know, they gonna peel back that damn plastic on that thick ass needle. And that palisade is gonna have a pressurized end where you press down in the air, pushes the charagma inside the skin, but the palisade is sharpened to a point, so it's gonna break the skin, just like how that stake breaks the ground. that palisade is gonna break the skin, okay? And they're gonna inject the charagma under the skin, and they're gonna program it, okay? All right, with radio frequency technology, man. Okay, with radio waves. Okay, and there's cyanide inside of that thing, you know. Okay, and that's gonna give you that malignant sore, because that's a lot of radiation coming up off that C-hip, man. All right, that's a lot of radiation. You understand? At any given time, all day, every day, they can cut your junk up. Okay? And if you decide to take it, you might as well use it, because you only gonna use it for a little bit before Yahawashah kill your ass. Yahawashah not playing about this, man. Okay? This is the final exam that's worth 100% of your salvation. Your salvation is on the line, okay, with this charagma, man. All right? Let's move on.
Strong's G 1125. Grapho.
Grapho, right? And that's going into to write with reference to the form of letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material, to write with reference to the contents of writing, to express in written characters, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down, record, use of those things which stand written in sacred books, to write to one by writing in a written epistle, to give information. You hear that? Directions. All right, you get the drift. So basically, all of your information about you is going to be programmed inside of this C-hip. Your medical information, your passports, all right? They even gonna know whether you shot the J or not. They gonna have your little certificate of that on there. Okay? All right? They gonna have your criminal history, anything that's about you. All right, where you went to school at, it's gonna be a digital ID with everything on it, okay? And they're gonna make it to seem like it's gonna be a miracle and it's gonna be medical breakthrough, or, you know, they might use the end of this title 42, they might use that to usher it in by them having the borders open and all of that, letting everybody in, and, you know, they might even let this be the catalyst to usher in the C-hip so they can know who is who. Okay? I told you, man, this is a slick devil, man. All right? All right, but Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi gonna try our ass. I'm trying to tell you, that crown ain't gonna come easy. You know? But you can, in fact, have that crown get taken from yourself. You can actually take that crown from yourself. You can, in fact. Okay, so it's imperative that we stay locked in to the spirit. Okay, all right, and stay in the secret place of Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi. Lord willing, be a part of that number. Okay, but if you following up under the Elder Apostles of Great Millstone and you are subscribed to this truth under the Elder Apostles, you in a good spot. Okay. Because a lot of these other camps, they gonna end up taking that C-hip. You know Nate gonna take it. You already know that. Bishop Satanian, you know they take it. You already know that. It ain't even no arguing about that. They some multi-million-dollar niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Bishop Nate worth almost $250 million, man. So you already know you already know he got a bunker some goddamn where. And the Lord gonna slap the shit out of him too. Okay, and everybody that follow them motherfuckers, they gonna die. If you follow IUIC at this point in time, the Lord wants you to. Because all of the bug outs, alright, they gonna be where the bug outs at. All of the elect, they are, you know what I'm saying? You know, they already leaving these camps right now. Okay, if they of the elect. Because these other camps, they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shai. They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Only the elder apostles, bishops and elders and brothers, okay, and like-minded brethren of Great Millstone. You understand? Okay, but this, you know, C-hip, okay, is going to be injected. First of all, it is a physical mark. Second of all, it's going to be injected under the skin. You can have it in your fucking kneecap. You can get it in your big toe. At the end of the day, you gonna have the shit if you get it. Okay? It ain't like if you get it in your left hand, there's no judgment. You don't know. If you get it, there's gonna be judgment for you. Okay, period. I don't give a fuck how you put it, how you say it. Whatever, you are gonna get judged in the worst way. Okay, you gonna get fire on your ass. You understand? All right, and the Lord's spirit, okay, the Lord's righteous indignation is gonna be in the missiles too when they drop. So you know, you don't want to be a part of this C-hip thing, man. All right. You don't even want to be nowhere near that motherfucker. Because the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, he is going to make it to where the elect don't even have to get C-hip. Okay? The C-hip is for these other nations and for 2/3 of our people. That's the Most High C-hip. The Lord going to make it to where the elect don't even got to get that. They ain't even going to be nowhere near that, man. Okay? All right, some is going to get their heads cut off for it, though. You know? You're gonna have some, you know, some elect members got to get, you know, their head cut off because it's prophecy to be martyred, you know. But as soon as you get martyred, you're gonna be right there with the Lord. You know, the Lord will have you give up the ghost before that, you know what I'm saying? You know, before that guillotine hit your neck, man. You gonna straight up give up the ghost. You know? Okay? So don't worry about that. Just worry about seeking the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. Everything is going to be added on to you. Fear not, little flock, for it's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, man. So just focus on this truth, man. Just focus on making sure your calling and your election is sure. You understand? Okay? Seeking the Lord 10 times more. All right? So it's evident, okay, that this M.A.R.K. is in fact physical. All right, so let's go to through the spirit telling me just to do the Ezekiel. So let's just show you what the spiritual mark is briefly. Okay, Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, that's a people before a place, and set a mark, M-A-R-K, right, upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all of the abominations in the midst thereof. So let's go to that M-A-R-K. That's why I say, man, you better know your different M-A-R-Ks, man. You understand? So we got Strong's H8420.
Strong's H8420. Tav.
Okay, Tav. And then the Paleo Hebrew is Tawa. Alright, which means mark, which means what? Right here. Mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. Right. Okay, so you better know your marks, man. Okay. Alright. The M-A-R-K is not spiritual, it's physical. Alright, and this M-A-R-K is talking about being exempt from judgment, which is an elect member of that holy lump of the men, women, and children that is going to be preserved from the said perils, okay, and plagues and pestilence. You understand? All right, we'll close out with a couple more. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse let's go to 19 in the NLT. Ezekiel 7 and 19 in the NLT. They will throw their money in the streets, tossing it out like worthless trash. You hear that? As you can see in that Nigeria clip, all right, the banks is shredding all the money, man. They grind the money. They grind the money. You feel me? They was grinding that money up, man. Jake over there, heated. They grind the money, heated. You know? But the Lord said that, man. They grinding up all of the money, man. They shred. Just like how you shred up mail. Like you finna move or something. Right. And they move in a different system. Okay? They got the E-Nera. Alright? And each of these is gonna be called different names in different countries. Okay? Just like how it's named Fed Now here. And Fed Now is different than the CBDC. It ain't the same thing. Okay, the Fed Now, okay, is different than the CBDC. You understand? Okay, the CBDC is going to be the actual money ledger, like dollars. You understand? The currency, the money, quote unquote. The Fed Now is going to be the distribution service, so to speak. You understand? To where it's gonna go through them into whoever you want to send those funds to. Okay, and then they'll be able to transact, or Salakia, they'll be able to see all of your transactions that you make. So let's just say there's another scamdemic, right? And just like how it was during the C-19, the Crown Vic, they said that only essential workers can work. Let's just say you gotta go get some gas, or you wanna go do X, Y, and Z. They're gonna shut your shit off. Okay? They just gonna shut it off. Because you ain't supposed to be out anyway, because you're not even essential. Let's just say you wanna go buy a rifle, or like you wanna go buy some canned foods, or you buying too much of it, trying to stock up on something, and they notice it, they'll shut your shit off because they don't want you buying one. Let's just say you on your phone, or you on, Facebook or whatever, and you do a tweet. This is tyranny. Fuck this stuff. The government is this and that. This is tyranny. They'll shut your shit off. And they'll deduct your account. And there will be third-party companies that's going to work with Fed Now to where they can make those deductions happen. Or transactions happen. Everything you do. You might want to send a brother some ends. Hey, yo, brother, I'm kind of fucked up right now, man. Baba Kushad, can I get some arms? All that's dead. All that's over. They gonna give everybody a universal basic income, man. Okay, and that's like throwing cheese in a fucking rat trap. And you gonna have a whole lot of people gonna get their necks smacked. Cause you gotta keep in mind, this is a cunning hunter, a man of the open field. Esau like to set traps. This ain't nothing but another trap for a damn rat. And look, man, Jake don't fall on it. Shit, I get this money, and I get that fucking money. I'm gonna buy some Da Vinci. I'm gonna buy, man, Jake is a fucking dummy, man. Jake gonna be at motherfucking Da Vinci, Gucci. They gonna be at damn, all of these damn places buying some bullshit. Alright? Jake gonna be making everybody else rich. But this money is gonna be digital. You You understand? It's going to be they're going to give you a digital all, man. Okay? And a lot of our, people, 2/3 of our people, they don't want to leave Esau. They don't want to leave their slave master. You understand? They gonna have that spirit like how they was in Egypt, man. They was comfortable working until they literally die. They love their oppressor. They love that vain help. And that's why they gonna die here, man. All right. Second half, Ezekiel 7:19. Their silver and gold won't save them on the day of the Lord's anger. Right. I mean, it's prudent to have silver and gold. I'm not saying it's not. It's prudent to have silver and gold, but you're going to only use that silver and gold for a certain amount of time. Just like how it was on March 1st, 1933, where they ended, gold and silver trade, and they implemented through the Federal Reserve, paper Federal Reserve notes, and they made everybody turn their gold and silver in, or they was gonna get $100,000 fine and like 10 years in prison. Back then, so they might confiscate that damn gold and silver. They might. They did it once, they'll do it again. All right. So you only gonna use that gold for a certain amount of time. Okay, and that gold and silver not gonna save you in the day of the Lord, man. Okay, because bartering, soon as they launched this Fed now and this digital currencies and this digital monetary system, once it get launched, okay, and they tell you that you cannot use cash no more, ideally they're gonna tell you on a Friday night. Okay, and it's supposed to go, launch on July 1st. Okay, July 30th falls on a Friday, and that's gonna be the Friday night, which is July 4th weekend. The very perfect time to tell you that you can't use money, and all hell's gonna utterly break loose. Okay, and when that happens, they're gonna declare martial law. Okay, and that's when everything gonna start rolling in. It's gonna be rolling, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's the perfect time. They said bartering is completely not allowed. You are gonna need divine intervention to get through this. It will neither satisfy nor feed them, for their greed can only trip them up. Right, man. The pride of these people, the greed of these people. These people around here spoiled, man. That's why 2/3 of our people got to go. They gotta go. You understand? 2/3 of our people gotta go, man. Okay, because they too proud, they too haughty, they too greedy. Okay, and the Lord is, man, He is gonna be working so beautifully, man. Okay, that's why it's important to be in the secret place. Because if you're not in the secret place of Psalms 91:1, you're fucked. Okay, we'll close out with that because we can go all day. Because if you're not in the secret place, if you ain't got Psalms 91:1, you're fucked. Okay? We got Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, Yahweh Shah shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Right? Okay? That's a shelter. That's a hedge. Okay? Of protection. If you in this truth. Okay? You up under the elders, the bishops, the elder apostles. Okay? The brothers. You in this truth. You know the names. You are doing what's needed. Okay? You are standing steadfast in Yahweh Shah. You understand? With all loyalty, steadfastness, okay, constancy. All right. to where you can ultimately receive that palm in your hand, man. That crown. You understand? Okay? Being in this truth. And once you get into this truth, you will understand that you really in a bubble. Because there's a truth within a truth. Because these other camps, they ain't got it, man. Okay, they gonna perish. A whole lot of them gonna perish in them damn FEMA camps. They gonna perish in them boxcars, man. Okay? When that Rex 84 hit something scantless. You know? Alright? You know, I don't want to get on the spiritual rant. That's all I got through the spirit. You know, I don't want to get on the rant. You know, Lord willing, we'll do a part 2. Alright? I want to give the glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Makapadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They taught us the truth and sincerity. They steered us well, and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, and the blessing of election be upon your house. We're on the next one. Abaratazah. Shalom.